My argument is that young people are in fact getting the news, just not from the mainstream networks like MT at night. Instead, young people are getting the news through other means. MySpace, blogs, and other devices are how we get our news. And young people are people between 17 and 22, that's what I'm talking about. The news can be anything and can be obtained from anywhere. It is not just for 30 minutes every night on network TV. No longer is news just something that we sit back and watch. Now it's something that we can even produce ourselves. For example, blogs. Network television is a big corporation. And with big corporations, they have things to fulfill, and certain people keep happy. And if a controversial story comes out about those people, somehow that it never makes it to air, and so people never know about it. But with blogs, people are in control. They choose what gets on their website because they know what to answer to. So that way we are more informed. So actually, normal people are doing more reporting and figuring out the big picture about stories than actual TV reporters. And people are starting to take notice and realizing that TV reporters don't really do much. And so why would people watch them when they don't even believe them or trust them? And it's because the news reports aren't relevant. Because their lack of relevance has lack of meaning, and that makes it more forgettable. And it is the relevance to every day that produces important, engaging meanings, and it is the relevance that makes news matter. And that was from chapter 8 of the book Reading by the Popular by John Fiske. Plus, young people aren't not going to watch news because how they betray young people in a negative way. Like, for example, Lecture 9, when Barry Sonnenfeld actually about the emo kids, that entire segment drew very large conclusions about a group of people, all based off very few individuals. And the whole thing is very negative, and it was like a warning. It was like, watch out, kids who wear black are scary. So of course I'm not going to watch that. And even though young people are watching that network news less, our consumption has actually increased. And no matter, because of the vast variety of options that people have, we choose to get our news. Young people are busy, they have jobs, school, or both. And so in small things that we have free time, we're not going to sit down and watch boring network news. Instead, we choose when we get the news. Nowadays, technology is everywhere, so we get news. We're just not aware of it. We get news through mobile, internet, other people. So when we sign on the internet, there's headlines across the screen, or at work, they have news TVs on computers, so we get exposed to it all the time just unintentionally. And now we can choose, now that we can choose when we get the news, we also choose what we get. We choose what segment, what section of news we want to get. So we just can specify what you're interested in. In the article, Why Americans Under 40 Don't Follow the News, the author says that young people, after September 11th, didn't really care about the news, like Amtrak, airline security, and economy. But you compare to young people, that's people underneath 30. And of course, people under 30, that's a huge group. You can't pick people in careers and people in diapers in the same category and say that they're going to respond the same way. So that just didn't make sense. So yes, even though young people are not watching News at 6 anymore, it does not mean that we are less informed about what's going on in the world. In fact, we are now more aware of news than ever before, thanks to technology.